Dear friends, welcome to another video of Fathoming Mind. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the personality or why the study of personality is important in our everyday life. So we often hear this term called personality. So personality includes the whole structure of an individual, not only the physical structure but also the mental structure also included in that. So the study of personality is nowadays very important as the stress is increasing or the mental problems or the other type of problems of the people related to mind are on the increase. We need to analyze and study the personality of individual. So here why we study the personality of individual? It is to have a better living in our everyday life, to improve our standard of living. So standard of living, improving the standard of living does not mean that just we raise our economic status or the other type of status, but also it includes the mental status, how we are able to improve our mental status in our everyday life. So we often hear that, or we often come across different types of emotions in our everyday life. Sometimes we get angry with others, but we don't know the reason behind why I got angry with that person. So when I get angry with another person, the other person also feels bad, and after getting angry, I also feel bad. So when I am angry, I am not able to think. My rationality is not working. So because of that, I may say so many words out of the emotion, and which may hurt the feelings of the others and may also cause some damages in our everyday relations. So understanding our emotions is very important in our everyday life, as we are having different types of feelings and emotions in our everyday life. So going into the personality helps us to understand our emotions. So in the study of psychology, we know that there are different type of personality. The extroverted type of people are there, introverted type of people are here, or we can hear a neurotic type or the psychotic type. So these are some types of personality. So extrovert of type of person is very social and active and energetic. He gets or she gets energy from mingling with others and doing the extra activities in everyday life, while an introverted person is more self-reflective and thinking about himself and interested in lonely activities. There is also psychotic type. Okay, psychotic type, sometimes we go away from reality and sometimes we have some irrational thoughts and we develop some kind of suspicions about others. So this includes the psychotic. In the neurotic type of personality, we are not able to control our impulses. So if we are feeling to beat other person, immediately go and beat. If we want to do some kind of activities without minding the public or without minding the social code, we involve in those activities. So these kind of tendencies are always there in the human mind. So the philosophers or the people, they had always the curiosity to study about the human existence. So when they studied about the human existence, they understood the concept of soul. Other than the body, there is something that is soul. So later, when the study of the soul developed, it became the study of the mind. So soul has a refined form in the form of mind, and later mind has become the study of behavior. So our behavior includes our personality. Sometimes we become neurotic, sometimes we become psychotic, that is away from reality. Sometimes we are extrovert, sometimes we are introvert. So we all have all these tendencies within us. We are the cluster, or we can say we are the cluster of all these tendencies in our everyday life. So how we can understand why we study the personality? It is because by studying our personality, by studying our neurotic or psychotic tendencies, we are able to understand deeply about our own self, about our own peculiarities in our personality, whether it may be good or bad, maybe some kind of bad behaviors which are unacceptable. But when we have an insight into that, the study of personality helps us to have insight into that personality, and it helps us to make changes in our everyday behavior. Once we have an emotional and rational insight into why I behave in such and such ways, we are able to change that personality slowly. So accepting our personality helps us to change our personality. So when we look into our personality, when we study our own personality, we are able to make changes in our behavior, and thereby we are able to develop a better personality in our everyday life by having insight. How can we have this insight into personality? It is by daily introspection. Introspection means, the word introspection means to look within. By looking inside, we can have different ideas, no, different insight about our personality, and this insight helps us to live our everyday life in a meaningful way. We are able to find out the true self behind us, or we are able to have a light into ourselves. So by reading, by self reflection, by analyzing our behavior, by having a look back to our own behavior, we are able to proceed ahead in our life in a better way. So let us also spend some times in self reflection to analyze our personality and understand the neurotic, psychotic, extrovert or introvert tendencies, and have an integrity of all these tendencies. So by having an insight into that through daily introspection, we will have a better insight into our personality, and we will be able to do our everyday life in a better way, and it will help us to improve our interpersonal relationship. Thank you, dear friends.